Hey everybody, today we're talking about cravings, why they happen, and what to do about them when they do happen. Now, I think that there are dozens and dozens of reasons why cravings can happen. Today I'm going to give you 8 with a little blip explaining, and then I'm going to give you your 2 options for when cravings hit. So let's just dive right in. The first reason cravings can pop up or suddenly increase is if you're dieting. Because along with dieting, a lot of times, if you're doing it like the standard way, which is not the way I teach my clients to do it, but that is neither here nor there. We're not talking about that today. If you're doing dieting the standard way, often that comes with a lot of restriction, a lot of deprivation, and a lot of telling ourselves no, which naturally increases the likelihood of us to be craving. It's the body's natural response to slashing calories and food groups being taken away. So when people are like, well, I did keto and it worked for so long and then it didn't work anymore because I just couldn't say no anymore. It's like, well, no kidding. It's just your body's natural response. So if you have been dieting for any period of time, or if you're just coming out of a dieting phase, or you're just going into one and you're noticing your cravings, know that number 1, that's normal. And that number 2, there might be a better approach to getting where you want to be than slashing calories and taking away your favorite foods, okay? Number 2, hormones. Ladies, duh, we know this. Okay, I don't think I really need to go into that. Number 3, emotions. If we are sad, bored, happy, we know what emotions are. If we're feeling some kind of way, food cravings can increase, especially for sweets and carby things like chocolate. If we're dehydrated, people don't tend to grasp this idea of how important water is for our body. It's basically how the body functions. Hey Mel, don't take our Oreos. No, I would never take your Oreos away. You know that. If anything, I would ask you to just share them with me. But if we are dehydrated, yeah, our cravings are going to increase because you're not giving your body what it needs to thrive optimally. And so it's a really good idea if you start craving, that 2 or 3 o'clock craving, check yourself and see how much water you've had. A lot of times we can confuse thirst and cravings, or hunger and cravings, with being thirsty. So just check yourself there. The next one is recent food choices. Our food choices aren't made in isolation. So what you have for breakfast affects what you have for lunch, affects what you have for dinner, and affects how you eat throughout the day and the next day and the next day. So coming off of a holiday weekend this weekend, if you celebrated Easter, maybe you noticed that at the top of the week, you were feeling really cravey, like you were craving lots of sweets and you weren't really sure why. It's because maybe you had some extra sweets on Sunday. And so your body's like, yeah, give me more of that stuff. Or your brain, not your body. Your brain is like, yeah, give me more of that stuff. So recent food choices, and if you had some drinks and then you're hungover the next day or just not feeling optimal the next day, that's going to lead to food cravings as well. The next one is unbalanced meals. This is the most common one that I see aside from hormones, because that's obvious, right? Unbalanced meals is going to lead to a lot of unnecessary snacking and a major increase in cravings for sweets, because your blood sugar is up and down and all around. And what you need to do in order to stop craving all these foods and to stop snacking your way through the afternoon and evening is build really solid, consistent meals across the board. That's exactly what I help my clients do. And it's amazing how when we add just a little extra protein to breakfast, or we just beef up their lunch a little bit more, it's amazing how all that snacking just goes away because they're not actually hungry for it anymore. It's like magic. It's magical. Okay, 2 more. Stress. We know this, right? Stress. If we have that cortisol, that stress hormone coursing through our body, it's going to cause us to want to crave or to want to eat more sweets. And then lack of sleep. So these 2 kind of go hand in hand. If we're running low on sleep, we're probably running high on stress because your body needs to rest. And so those are the 8 main reasons why we crave things, or the 8 most popular reasons that I see. So again, hardcore dieting, or just even dieting in general, even just the thought of deprivation can make you crave the cookies in your cabinet. So even planning to go into a diet phase can increase cravings. So dieting, hormones, emotions, dehydration, recent food choices, unbalanced meals, stress, or lack of sleep. All of those things. So next time a craving hits, what I always tell my clients to do is play detective, not judge. So a lot of times we think if we're craving food, something's gone wrong, or we're doing something wrong. What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Just check this list. It's probably one of these things, and you're going to be able to solve for it. And when it comes down to deciding whether you can or whether you should eat whatever it is you're craving or not, I always think it's just a good practice just to have a little bit of whatever it is that you want. Because here's the thing with a craving. It's just like a nice to have. It's not a need. So nothing bad is going to happen if you don't eat the food. And at the same time, nothing bad's going to happen if you do. And what you're going to be able to notice is, like, let's say you're craving pizza. So you go out and you get a slice of pizza. If that craving is gone after that, cool. If after that slice of pizza, you're like, okay, now I really want ice cream, or now I really want chocolate, or now I need mozzarella sticks, then we know that it's not a true craving, it's emotional. And that needs to be addressed. So it's a really kind of cool way to dig into what's really going on. Is it a true food craving that you're having, or are you trying to mask some kind of feeling that you're having? You hear that dog? All day. All right, that's it. That's what I have for you. While I have you here, go to the link in my bio, download your free 10-day nutrition jumpstart. Another way to stay ahead of cravings, I'll just add this in really quick, is to add in little treat yourself moments throughout the day. So if you find yourself craving chocolate every night after dinner, have it, because again, nothing bad's gonna happen if you do, but maybe put some in the beginning of your day. Or if you find yourself really craving, it's like one of those little dogs that you just wanna, if you find yourself craving chips and all that stuff, add some to lunch. Give yourself those little breaks throughout the day. Remember what we always say here, a little less perfect makes you a lot more compliant and consistent to your plan. So in that 10-day jumpstart, you're gonna plan out every meal, you're gonna plan out every snack, you're gonna plan out every treat yourself moment. I teach you in that guide how to build balanced meals, which we talked about here. And then you're gonna insert your treat yourself moments each day. Every single day you get to have something like Oreos or ice cream or wine or pizza, just because you can, and it's normal and it's fine. So head to the link in my bio and grab that. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.